A former member of One Direction, Liam Payne, has died after falling from the third floor of a hotel in Buenos Aires.
3 people have been charged in Argentina in connection with the death of the One Direction star Liam Payne. The singer fell from a hotel balcony in Buenos Aires last month. Prosecutors say that he had taken cocaine, alcohol, and a prescription antidepressant.
Liam Payne, the former One Direction star, tragically fell to his death from a Buenos Aires hotel balcony on October 16, 2024, leading to a complex investigation. This incident has since led to a complex legal investigation, resulting in charges against 5 individuals, including Payne's close friend and several hotel employees. October 16, 2024, what seemed like an ordinary day for Liam Payne would soon turn tragic. Liam had checked into the Casa Sur Palermo Hotel in Buenos Aires, ostensibly for a brief stay to renew his U.S. visa and support a former bandmate. But behind the luxury hotel doors, tragedy brewed. Witnesses described Liam as erratic and distressed that evening. Calls to the hotel staff from his room were frantic. He demanded alcohol and cocaine repeatedly. Staff noted his increasingly aggressive tone, yet his requests were met rather than questioned. Did they see him as a troubled guest or merely a demanding celebrity? CCTV footage captured Liam pacing, shouting, and at times sitting in eerie stillness. His close friend, Rogelio Nores, had reportedly been with him earlier, but left him alone, knowing he was under the influence of substances. Minutes after midnight, Liam fell from his third-floor balcony. Emergency responders found him, but it was too late. Toxicology reports later revealed a deadly mix of alcohol, cocaine, and antidepressants. His death raised haunting questions about neglect, responsibility, and the fragility of fame. In the wake of Liam Payne's tragic death, the investigation into what truly happened that night became a race against time. Argentine authorities launched a thorough inquiry, determined to uncover every detail about the events leading up to the fatal fall. What they found painted a picture of negligence, chaos, and unanswered questions. First came the toxicology reports. They confirmed what many suspected. Liam had alcohol, cocaine, and prescription antidepressants in his system. The combination was potent, impairing his judgment and coordination. But how did these substances get to him? Who supplied them? And why was he left alone in such a vulnerable state? Security footage became another key piece of evidence. Over 800 hours of video from the Casa Sur Palermo Hotel were meticulously reviewed. It revealed Liam pacing in his room, displaying erratic behavior, and at times, shouting. Witnesses, including hotel staff and friends, were questioned extensively. Some described him as agitated and incoherent, while others painted a picture of a man simply seeking solace from his internal battles. The timeline raised even more questions. Staff received multiple calls from Liam that evening, demanding alcohol and drugs. Why were these requests not flagged? Hotel employees later claimed they were simply following standard protocols for high-profile guests, but their actions, or lack thereof, raised serious concerns about their duty of care. Attention also turned to Rogelio Nores, a close friend of Liam. Nores had been with him earlier in the evening and was reportedly aware of his impaired state. Yet he chose to leave Liam alone, a decision that would later lead to charges of negligent homicide. Did Nores do enough to ensure Liam's safety, or did he fail as a friend and protector? The post-mortem examination added a grim layer of detail. It concluded that Liam died from multiple trauma and internal and external hemorrhage caused by the fall. Authorities ruled out foul play, but they did not rule out negligence. The investigation also delved into the actions of hotel employees. Some staff members admitted to providing alcohol, while others claimed they were pressured by Liam's aggressive behavior. 2 former employees were implicated in supplying drugs, deepening the web of complicity. As evidence mounted, a troubling pattern emerged. A mix of poor decisions, systemic failings, and a collective disregard for the signs of a man in crisis. The investigation wasn't just about assigning blame, it was about piecing together the truth of how a celebrated star's life unraveled in one devastating night. As the investigation into Liam Payne's death unraveled, the Argentine authorities made it clear that this wasn't a simple case of accidental death. 5 individuals were charged in connection with the incident, a startling revelation that sent shockwaves through Liam's fans and the global media. The charges were a direct reflection of the negligence and questionable decisions that led to his untimely demise. Rogelio Nores, Liam's close friend and a multi-millionaire businessman, faced the most scrutiny. Nores had spent time with Liam on the evening of his death and was well aware of his fragile mental and physical state. Despite witnessing Noticing Liam's erratic behavior and substance use, Nores chose to leave him alone in the hotel room. Prosecutors charged Nores with negligent homicide, arguing that his failure to act directly contributed to the tragedy. Could a single decision to stay have saved Liam's life? 2 hotel employees also faced charges for their alleged role in supplying Liam with drugs and alcohol. The investigation revealed that these employees, rather than refusing Liam's increasingly desperate requests, provided him with what he demanded. One former staff member admitted to delivering alcohol to Liam's room despite observing signs of intoxication. Another was linked to the use of cocaine. The prosecution contended that their actions not only violated their professional responsibilities, but also created the environment that allowed Liam's dangerous spiral to continue unchecked. Additionally, 2 other individuals were implicated, though their exact roles remained under investigation. One was believed to have acted as an intermediary in obtaining the drugs for Liam, while the other reportedly facilitated communication between Liam and the suppliers. These charges highlighted the layers of complicity and the systemic failures that contributed to the events of that fatal night. The charges against these 5 individuals highlighted a broader issue, the culture of enabling that often surrounds high-profile figures. Prosecutors emphasized that Liam's celebrity status did not absolve those around him of their responsibilities. If anything, it made their obligation to intervene even greater. The legal process not only sought justice for Liam, but also aimed to send a message. Negligence, indifference, and exploitation in moments of vulnerability would not be tolerated. The case became a stark reminder of the weight of accountability and the tragic consequences of failing to uphold it. As the world watched, the legal proceedings became as much about prevention as punishment, ensuring that such a devastating incident would not be repeated. The actions of the hotel staff have come under intense scrutiny. Reports indicate that staff members, including Martin and Grassi, were aware of Payne's impaired state and his requests for alcohol and drugs. Despite this, they allowed him to be escorted to his room without ensuring his safety or seeking immediate medical assistance. Their alleged negligence in handling the situation has led to manslaughter charges, as authorities believe they failed in their duty to protect a guest in distress. The Argentine legal system now faces the difficult task of determining who is truly responsible for Liam Payne's tragic death. The charges are serious, ranging from negligent homicide to drug supply, and each comes with its own potential penalties. At the center of it all is Rogelio Nores, Liam's close friend. Prosecutors are considering even stricter charges against Nores, which could mean longer prison time if he's found guilty. Why? Because they argue his decision to leave Liam alone in such a vulnerable state played a pivotal role in the tragedy. But Nores isn't the only one under scrutiny. Several hotel staff members are also facing charges, accused of supplying drugs and alcohol to Liam despite clear signs that he was already impaired. Could they have stopped this from happening? Or were they just following orders to cater to a high-profile guest? These are the questions investigators are working tirelessly to answer. The legal process is expected to be anything but straightforward. Defense teams are likely to appeal the charges, which means this case could stretch on for months. Every piece of evidence, security footage, toxicology reports, and hours of witness testimony will be examined in painstaking detail. As the world watches, one question hangs above all. Will justice be served for Liam Payne? The courtroom drama is unfolding, and with so much at stake, it's clear that this case isn't just about the law, it's about accountability and the human cost of neglect. Liam Payne's death sent netizens spiraling across the globe, leaving a profound and lasting impact on both his family and millions of devoted fans. For his family, the tragedy was a devastating loss. His parents, Jeff and Karen, along with his siblings, grappled with the painful reality of losing a son and brother at just 31 years old. Publicly, they expressed heartbreak, describing Liam as a kind, generous soul whose struggles never diminished the love and pride they felt for him. Privately, they were left to navigate the emotional toll of unanswered questions and the unimaginable grief of a life cut short. For fans, the loss was equally jarring. Liam wasn't just a former member of One Direction, he was an inspiration to millions. His music, charisma, and openness about his struggles had connected him deeply with people worldwide. Social media platforms became flooded with tributes as fans shared their favorite memories, lyrics, and moments that showcased Liam's impact on their lives. Many expressed shock and anger at the circumstances surrounding his death, demanding accountability and justice. The tragedy also sparked important conversations. Fans used the moment to raise awareness about mental health and the pressures of fame, emphasizing the need for better support systems for celebrities. Liam's death was a harsh reminder of how fame, despite its glamour, can mask deep personal struggles. His legacy now includes not just his music, but also a call to action for greater empathy and vigilance toward those in need. The investigation into Liam Payne's tragic death remains a complex and evolving case. Argentine authorities are meticulously piecing together every detail of what transpired on that fateful night. Their goal is to establish accountability and understand the chain of events leading to his fatal fall. One of the central aspects under scrutiny is the role of Rogelio Roger Nores, Liam's close friend, who has been charged with negligent homicide. Nores' decision to leave Liam alone, despite knowing his erratic state, is a focal point for prosecutors. They argue that Nores, as someone aware of Liam's vulnerabilities, failed to take reasonable steps to prevent harm. The hotel staff are also under investigation for their role in enabling Liam's access to alcohol and drugs. Reports indicate that some employees supplied substances despite clear signs of impairment, raising questions about negligence and complicity. Authorities are looking into the hotel's policies and whether proper protocols were followed or deliberately ignored. Forensic experts are re-examining toxicology reports, security footage, and witness testimonies to paint a comprehensive picture of the night's events. Investigators are particularly interested in whether others besides Nores and the hotel staff were involved in supplying substances or influencing Liam's state of mind. The ongoing investigation is not just about assigning blame, but also ensuring justice. It serves as a critical reminder of the responsibilities owed to those in moments of crisis and the devastating consequences of failing to act. And that's the heartbreaking story of Liam Payne's final days. A tale of loss, negligence, and unanswered questions. What do you think about the roles of his friends, the hotel staff, and the systems that failed him? We'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think happened? Share below. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth breakdowns of the stories that matter. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Thank you for watching, and remember to take care of yourself and those around you. See you next time.